Whoa, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Lidj Yefdi, Yohannis welde-Immanuel, and here for Ras Tafari Groundation. And of course, you can always check my works out here on the YouTube channel at Lidj Yefdi. And of course, you can visit my site at rastafarirenaissance.com for Torah portions and study. And of course, many more extra avenues of various interests. Brothers and sisters, I wanted to send a quick shout out to my Wyndham Patrick on Rastafari Groundation. If you haven't linked up with the brother, be sure to visit Rastafari Groundation and send the brother a link or two. And for those willing to co-labor in the cartography and the mapping of certain historical depictions, so to speak, of historical reference, I would definitely send the brother a shout out and inbox the brother and get with him and see what type of work you can assist him in doing that work. But as of right now, I wanted to go into a couple of maps that the brother had alerted me that he was in the works of creating, and ones that have already been created. I really want to big the brother up because it was a really, really beautiful assembly of the ancient maps, especially according to what ones and ones would know as ancient Israel or Palestine, or what they know today as the Middle Eastern region. And more avid scholars would more so look at it as the northeast East African region of the world. Before the Suez Canal was actually put in place to separate the continent of Africa from what they would like to call the Middle Eastern region of today. You know, um, I'll go ahead and kind of elaborate on what the maps are really showing here. And the first map that you're actually looking at here would actually be a later map. The brother actually used a lot of resources into the Kebra Nagast, or the Glory of the Kings, in which he depicted the two separated kingdoms of Israel, or the split that came from biblical references and a lot of more historical references like Flavius, Josephus, Tacitus, and many other historians from that time, when the southern kingdom of Judah, or Judea, from which you might know it as, was headed in the south by the four tribes of the south. No, and I'd like to point out that it's probably more so arguably five tribes that populated the southern kingdom of Judah. That would have to actually comprise the tribes of Judah, Benjamin, Simeon, Dan, and the arguably fifth tribe I would like to present as a hypothesis in the tribe of Levi, the priesthood. So that would mostly make up what you would know as the southern tribe or the southern kingdom of Judea. That kingdom is actually the preceding kingdom which led to the formation of Israel in Ethiopia, from what you know of as today. And the Kibra Nagast is the only source of historical reference and literature that gives light to that actual manifestation of Israel and Judah. Now, the northern kingdom of Israel, to be more precise, if you go to scriptures and more historical references, would be more so known as Samaria. Samaria, or